You've seen them, right? Those huge, incredible murals that just totally change the vibe of a space. But have you ever really thought about how they get there? Especially in a place that's already up and running, like a busy hospital, a school buzzing with kids, or even your own office. It's not just about the art. It's a massive logistical puzzle. And honestly, it's something most people don't even consider. So let's dive in and unpack this.
And that really is the million-dollar question for any facilities manager or brand director, isn't it? You want that incredible wow factor, that visual punch, but you absolutely cannot afford the chaos that comes with a major installation. So how do you get the amazing result without, having to shut down an entire wing of a building? That's exactly what we're going to break down right here.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll get into the real challenges of installation, the stuff that goes way beyond the design. Then, we'll expose the hidden costs of doing things the old way. After that, we'll introduce a modern direct-to-wall solution that changes everything. We'll look at what it's actually like to print in a live environment and wrap up with how to pick the perfect partner to pull it all off.
All right, first up, the real installation challenge. Look, in an active building, a killer design is, well, it's only half the story. If the actual installation gets in the way of patient care, or interrupts a class, or grinds your whole office to a halt, that project's a bust before it's even finished. Seriously, the logistics are everything.
This right here, this is how a pro thinks about a project. It's not just about the art. You have to dig into the occupant impact. We're talking fumes, noise, dust, all of which are complete non-starters in a place like a clinic. You've got to think about life safety, making sure you're never, ever blocking an emergency exit. And if you're a big brand, rollout consistency is absolutely non-negotiable. A successful project means nailing every single one of these points.
So let's move on and talk about the old way of doing things, the hidden costs. For what feels like forever, the go-to for large graphics has been vinyl wraps. But, as you're about to see, that traditional approach comes with a whole bunch of disruptive baggage that probably isn't on your budget sheet.
Just think about this for a second. A 200-foot corridor, basically a main artery in a hospital or a university, completely out of commission for 2 full work shifts. That's 16 hours of detours, disruption, and just lost productivity. And that's not even counting the inevitable callbacks to fix peeling seams or bubbles. That is a massive, massive operational cost.
And this just lays it all out, plain and simple. On the left, you've got traditional vinyl, multi-day installs, chemical smells from the glue, big staging areas, blocking hallways, and a mountain of waste. Plus, we all know it starts to peel. Now compare that to the right. Direct-to-wall printing is usually done in less than 5 hours, there are 0 adhesives, the equipment is small and mobile, there's almost no waste, and you get this durable, seamless finish. It's not even a fair fight.
So, that brings us right to the solution. This is where we talk about the modern approach that just sidesteps all those old headaches. And I want to be clear, direct-to-wall printing isn't just a small step up, it is a genuine game changer for putting large-scale graphics in active buildings.
So what are we actually talking about here? Well, it's a process where this really cool specialized mobile printer puts a high-res image right onto almost any surface you can think of. Drywall, brick, concrete, you name it. The key thing to remember is this. It does it all without any glues, any vinyl liners, or any panels. The image literally becomes a part of the wall itself. And the process, it's just beautifully efficient. Step 1 is just some basic prep. Make sure the wall is clean and dry. Simple enough. Step 2, the mobile printer gets to work, right there on site. And step 3, and this is the best part, the wall is ready to go immediately. No waiting for things to dry or cure. The second the team packs up, that space is back in service.
Which is the perfect lead-in to our next section, printing in a live environment. We've talked about the technology, but what does it actually feel like to have this happening in your building? The whole point is to make what used to be a major construction project into a totally low-impact, almost invisible event for everyone else.
Less than 5 hours. Let that number sink in for a moment. A project that used to shut things down for days is now done in a single morning, or maybe overnight. Downtime is basically a thing of the past. That 16-hour corridor shutdown we were just talking about? Gone. It's just not an issue anymore.
Let's really connect the dots here, from the features to the real-world benefits for you. Adhesive-free means no more odor complaints and better air quality for everyone. A seamless finish isn't just about looks. It's tougher, way easier to clean, and there are no edges to peel up or collect grime. On-site production means no more expensive delays because someone measured a panel wrong. And paint over ready? That means your next rebrand is as simple as grabbing a roller. It's that easy.
And here's where it gets really smart. With this tech, you can bundle everything together. Your branding, your art, those wayfinding arrows, even safety notices. They can all be part of one single seamless print. This gets rid of all that sign clutter, giving you a much cleaner, more professional look, and it slashes the cost of installing dozens of separate little signs.
All right, we're in the home stretch. You get the benefits, you're ready to ditch the old disruptive methods. But listen, this technology is only as good as the team running it. So how do you pick the right partner to make sure your project is seamless? And, this is key, scalable across all of your locations.
Okay, this is your playbook. These are the tough questions you need to be asking. Can you get this done in our limited time window? Can you show me successful projects on different surfaces, not just perfect flat drywall? And here's a huge one, color consistency. How are you going to guarantee that our brand's specific red in Boston is an exact match for the one in San Diego? A true expert will have a confident, ready answer for every single one of these points.
This quote right here just nails it. You don't want a vendor who just sees this as a one-off gig. You need a strategic partner, someone who treats your entire portfolio of buildings like a system, with standardized processes, repeatable quality, and a real long-term vision for managing your brand's presence in the physical world.
And so we end with this final question. As you're planning your next big graphics project, you now know there are two very different paths you can take. One is designed from the ground up for seamless operation to integrate beautifully into your live environment. The other, well, is designed for a whole lot of needless disruption. The choice is yours.